Namaste and like catch my family. Coming on in, coming in hot. Let that nightmare rain all over your body. How you guys doing out there across planet Earth?
Hello, fam.
That's right. I'm here with my brother, Mr. Tone Mellard. You know him, you love him, my Native American brother. We're here to...
Long-awaited reunion.
I feel like he's Patrick Swayze in Ghost.
Haven't existed.
I feel like I'm Demi Moore. Like I had one of the strongest light warrior brothers.
He's back. He's back.
He's back. All right, let's get in here. Let's sage it up. We got a lot to talk about in this soul activation episode here on Morning Coffee. Without further ado, namaste and like catch my family, and welcome to Morning Coffee. I'm your host Rion with my brother
Tone.
And you know what time it is. Happy Halloween out there.
Right.
Happy
Official.
happy have fun in moderation. Happy don't get too crazy out there.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, you know. Happy make wise decisions. All right. Make some wise decisions out there. All right. Oh, this feels amazing right here. So, kind of partied like rock stars last night. I'm not gonna lie. I'm saging my life right now. Here you go. Put that under your throat chakra. Had some fun. You guys will see the photos and laugh quite a bit. I'm working on those today. And just wanted to say, hey man, we love you guys. And you know, every single day is a blessing to be here. There's a lot of things coming up that we need to be focused on. And there's a lot of things to understand that is, you know, the planet's going through planetary shifts. We're having political shifts. We're having financial shifts. You know, most importantly right now, make sure you take care of your friends, your family, you know, your loved ones, your home. Make sure you guys are prepared if there is a little instability in the months to come. Nothing too big, a week or two, right? But I have heard reports coming out that there may be some false flag type things coming our way. It's a 100% distraction, just to let you know. It's not going to be what you think. A lot of distraction out there. Brother, let's talk about some of the things we were meditating about with some of the most important things to focus on right now for your soul.
Well, the soul is the number one focus right now.
That is number one.
And much of what you just talked about is a distraction away from that, deliberately. But right now, make no mistake, your soul is the highest prize in this place, even for these deep state people that are doing this kind of stuff.
Right.
But right now, the evolution of your soul is so important because we're going through a phase unlike any other in history. When you pay attention to what is happening energetically, the energies that are coming into the earth, it's unlike anything that's ever been. Our sun itself is morphing, it's turning white. Your DNA is switching back on, and it's been switched off for thousands of years. So this is a huge moment in time to dial that in. One of the things that I was talking with Ryan earlier is literally talking to your DNA, saying it's time to switch back on.
Turn it on, baby.
I want to activate my dormant DNA, get that back online. We're adding new strands of DNA, going from double helix into 12 strand and up DNA. You can take somewhat command of that by talking to it and saying, listen, this is what I want. You know, help me dial this in, help me activate my crystalline strands of DNA.
Right, absolutely. Having that inner dialogue with your stream, your soul team, the main thing is responsibility. The main thing is how balanced are your emotions throughout the day. What are some things that you're working on? What are some of the things you're processing? What are some of the things that you're functionally working on every day to better yourself? Whether that be, you know, maybe changing out some friends, changing in some new friends, maybe changing jobs, maybe, you know, with all these certain types of mandates that aren't law, by the way. If you guys need to look up what a mandate is, it's not a law. If you guys don't know that, look it up. You can say and request whatever you want until that's actual law. You can't push it forward. There's a lot of misinformation. I'll tell you guys a little story about some of these mandates that the BS fake news was pushing. There's a story out right now that there was a business owner that had over 100 employees. This business owner, you know, so everyone's got to get jabbed, right? Well, here's the thing. The guy hired an attorney. Attorney goes into the courtroom and goes, yeah, I'm here to sue against this mandate. And the judge says it doesn't exist. It's actually not law. We are being fed lies, you guys, as truth, and they're not. It's not. The attorney went into the courtroom to say, I'm here to fight this on behalf of my client, and the judge says there is no documentation to fight. It's 100% hearsay. I'm trying to be completely honest with you guys. You can look it up. If you guys find that Google article or article in general I'm speaking of, or that video, please post it in the links. Okay? Now, that's in the U.S. In Australia, and, you know, all my homies in Australia and New Zealand, I don't know what they're doing over there. All I know is that we love you over here. All I know is that we are getting through this together. All I know is that this narrative is falling apart. All I know is that our souls are screaming to be heard, and being in that light, love vibration to understand that your true presence in that happy place, in that 0 point, in your true essence of who you really are, is where you want to be. Okay? It's where you want to stay. It is your true self. It is your true purpose. It is your guiding light home. It is your heart. Right? So I just want to be real with you guys and say that anything that pulls you out of that place, you got to understand there's a motivation or an agenda behind that. Okay? It's an agenda of someone else trying to pull you out of that center point to serve someone else's motivation. What I'm here to express is this. You know how I feel about the last 70 years down here, and you know how I feel that many of us wouldn't have incarnated unless we had to be here. You may be one of us. For all of those seeders, for all of those blue azurites, for all of those observers in this game, who we've been telling everyone about. I know Elena DeLon talks about that the seeders got here, that was a couple weeks ago or a month ago. I don't know. I've been at that for about 8 or 10 years. Maybe my walkie-talkie is a little longer. But what I'm trying to say is that I've said from the very get-go, the Galactics, or these seeder type of energies, these, think about it as like grandpa, grandma energy, okay? It's not some big, oh my God, they're eating. This grandpa, grandma energy, which overlooks not only this planet, but our solar system and our galaxy, to understand that it's a spot check on how everyone on the earth is doing. How is the water? How is the air? How is the earth? How is the fauna? How is the population? How are my children? How is everything going on? My expression to you guys is, especially right now, if you're talking to your highest light, now is the time to go, hey, can you guys help me deal with this? Call it out. I see some sort of imperfections. I see some weird agenda. Call it out. Listen, if 1,000 light workers saw something on television and didn't agree with the puppet saying it, you don't think 1,000 light workers could jump to that person's house and land on their roof like angels and go, hey, bro, I don't know what you're doing down here, but whatever you signed or whatever blackmail they have on you, you don't have our voice. Okay, and to be completely honest with you guys, on this planet, the Majestic 12 never had our voice of the American people and the people of this planet. These Jagaloons and these 3-letter agencies don't have our voice. You don't have our voice. You don't speak for us. And I want to be really crystal clear. None of these beings on this planet speak for me unless you're speaking from your heart. If you don't know who you are and you have a job and you're following orders and you can't ask yourself the most basic questions as follows: who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? Right? What am I here to experience? If you have 0 answers for that, please don't lead anyone off a cliff. I greatly appreciate that. And for the larger beings watching us, streaming through my eyeballs, staring at you at 30 frames per second, I want you guys to know that you're very loved. I want you guys to know that there's nothing but love out there in this universe that really wants to support you and pick you guys up. But they will tell you, we were talking about this morning, free will. Yeah. They'll drop this free will clause on you guys and go, you chose this. But what about this? We understand that. That was the agenda. That was the distraction. It was your choice. Why I opened up with what a mandate, difference between a mandate and a law is, when I gave you a reference, is because these things which are being pressed upon us, right? It's something you're gonna have to ask your soul, is this something that I want to participate in? Yes or no. But have a very clear and defined logical response that where you've done your own research to see if that's something you want to do.
That's actually a super important point. Nobody knows more than you do. Your intuition trumps all. So any of these programs that you see running here, run it through your intuition. Your intuition is the ultimate BS detector, the ultimate truth detector. So don't let anybody convince you of anything without first running it through your intuitive superpowers. Because nobody knows more than you do. Your higher self is billions of years old. It knows the truth beyond any of the programs that you see running here. So that's extremely important point that he was just making there.
Yes, absolutely. And you guys are doing it every day. Look, we're waking up, our family out there, Team Light, our family across the planet. The thing about us is we don't really do the borders and the countries. And listen, I wish I spoke 15 different languages, right? I wish I could communicate with you guys in more languages than just English, right? My number one Spanish saying is, peligroso es mi nombre medio. You know, danger is my middle name. But what I can say is this. Right now, many of us are feeling that sunshine. Many of us are feeling that light. Many of us are feeling our power and our energy and our telomeres expanding and us activating that dormant DNA. And I'm trying to express to you, if you need to go on a hike by yourself, if you need to put your feet in the water, if you need to go walk on the beach with your higher selves at 6 in the morning when no one's around, put your music on, have the sun rise and hit you in the chest, and you just go, activate my dormant DNA, activate my dormant DNA, activate my dormant DNA, activate my dormant DNA. Let me tell you guys a secret. When you do a command over your suit, right? Check this out. It doesn't sound like this. Hey, higher self, can you totally activate me? Like my DNA needs to be activated. I'm Palladian and I just need a little more juice. No. It sounds like Origato, Mr. Roboto. So, for example, when I pull into a public area that I don't really feel comfortable in, before I get out of the car, I go, shields on full, shields on full, shields on full, shields on full. Nothing gets in, nothing gets in, nothing gets in, nothing gets in. It's a 4 count, and it should sound like Origato, Mr. Roboto. Why? You're breaking your normal speech pattern when you're normally talking to somebody, and your higher selves go, wait a minute. It's almost like if you're watching binary, like imagine we're all binary code, zeros and ones. All of a sudden, you just went 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. You're making a direct change in your consciousness, and you're requesting something very specific that your higher selves have to listen to.
Basic, direct commands.
Boom, 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 boom. I need this now. I need this now. And for many of us who have pretty awesome higher selves, we do. But just like they say, there's always one black sheep in the family. I guess you could say that about yourself as well. There may always be that one version of yourself that's like, I don't want to go to Ascension School. It's Millard time. Light it up. I don't want to go to school. I want to sit in the parking lot. Okay, we all have this version. Okay? The issue is that don't listen to that one version of yourself where the rest of your squad is 99% all-stars Michael Jordan. Why are you listening to a 15-year-old on a freshman basketball team, right? You're 4D. Why are you listening to them on how to shoot a basketball once you ask your 9D, right? Or you're 70 or you're 60, hey, how do you shoot a basketball? Right. What I'm getting to is this: qualify your higher self's content by how they make you feel. If you have a higher self that only shares information with you when it serves themselves, at some point, the character in the SimCity game must look to the right, usually up and to the right, and go, hey, Origato, Mr. Roboto, oh, you want me to do this? Oh, how does this sound? Why don't you process your own past lives in your own timelines and stop flushing your lame consciousness on me? I'm not going to fall for the same trap you did, okay? Just because many of us out there are like Anakin Skywalkers. Okay, check this out. Where I drew the line is when he walked into the temple and was like, you got to whack all the little Jedis to get your dark. That's where I go, drop the mic. And I just would have went right after the Emperor Palpatine. And I would have been like, you're a weird little guy. I'm gonna skadoosh. I'm the emperor. I don't know. There can only be one, right? Or two. So I don't know. Some of these stories, hey, George Lucas, I love you. You got everything you got from the Vedics. What I'm getting to is this. How it makes you feel, what makes you feel like you're in your strength. When your heart's vibrating, you're speaking your truth, you're vibrating your truth across a planet. When you guys make your videos, when you guys write your poetry, when you make your music, when you paint when you do your paintings, your drawings, whatever it is for you. Whatever puts you in your power is where you want to stay, and then master that. Master your power. The funny thing about this planet is this. You could be the best soccer player in the universe, let's just say. Give you an example. Or European football, let's just say. But when you get to this planet, they're like, everyone plays basketball on this planet. And the funny thing is, you're like, yo, bro, I'm Pele with my feet. I'm not even allowed to use my hands in soccer unless I'm doing a throw-in. They change the rules in this game to make you feel like you're disempowered. They make you feel like you can't do the things you're used to doing. My expression to you is simply master what you're good at. Become the best on earth at what you're good at. And you guys, it takes 10, 12 years to master something, right? With my light tools, right? Master and get really, really good in that niche market or that niche place where no one else can touch you in this one thing. Now listen, if every single human being on this planet did that, can you imagine the world we would create? Do you think I want to know how to make a plasma generator? Oh, I kind of do. You know, call Kesh give me a holler. But what I'm trying to say is that I would much rather like to call you and go, hey, can I get 5 more of those plasma generators? Hey, Tesla homies, yeah, I need like at least 25 more Kesh engines. And do you have those magnets that do like the birotational anti-gravitic? I need 10 of those. Yeah, I'm putting together another speeder in the backyard. We are the consciousness in the collective that puts all of this content together to make something magical. So if you guys have very special gifts out there, never run from them. Develop those gifts, brother.
And that's actually creating something that's never been created before.
Exactly.
Every single person has a specific soul gift that they came here with that no one else has. You can do something that no one else can.
That's special for you to do.
That is what Creator created you for. Yeah, literally to do something that no other soul can do. So just tap into that. And even as an extension to what Ryan was just saying, this place will have you doubting certain things about yourself.
Yeah.
That can even move into your spiritual gifts. Like, for instance, Ryan can see into all dimensions. I cannot. One thing
I wouldn't say all dimensions, but
What?
I'd say
a lot.
a good amount of dimensions.
I don't have the eyes, but what I do have is I'm an energy medium.
Yes.
And so instead of being able to actually see with my eyes, what I can do is push my energy out and create a space, and then within that space I can sense everything that is in that space. And so even if I'm sensing a crowd, I can sense a person in the crowd who has like bad intentions, a person that's very happy. If it goes into the spiritual aspects, into warfare, I can push my space out and I can sense if there's a negative entity in a certain space, and I can grab him with my energy hands. I don't even have to have eyes activated.
Right.
So again,
mind's eye. You're using your mind's eye to track and lock off.
And it's, if you don't have a particular gift, you always have some gift. Develop that and then use that, and you can actually expand that, and you can become more powerful than anybody through that one gift.
Absolutely. Yeah, baby. Hey, so how are we on the music? Is it give me a thumbs up if the music is good? Is it too loud? Tell me. Is the music good? Give me a thumbs up if the music's a good level. All right, cool. So, hey, by the way, ladies and gents, please feel free to share this live stream on YouTube or Facebook. I don't know what Facebook is doing, but they always off-center my audio. Like, you watch it live, I watch it live, it's perfect, and then they unsync my audio. I don't know why.
The first couple of minutes, his voice is
wah, 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 wah. And, what else you got? Hey, Meta. Meta what, bro? Hey, Data, can we eventually someone's gonna do a Data, from Star Trek. And just go, hey, Data, can you stop?
Let's go.
Can you?
We're graduating here.
Hey, I don't want to make a virtual reality world where you can push a button and get like, super swole and, I downloaded Kung Fu. Like, that's cool, okay? But that's not as awesome as someone who does it in the avatar, us, in the human form. It takes real practice.
And that's experience.
It takes real things. Now check this out, you guys. Let me tell you something about the astral. Being a nerd in an AI program, which is kind of funny because we're in a simulated body. Okay, it's pretty funny. Let me tell you something. The information does not translate. If you can't use your energy body in the physical to do certain things, maybe like a combo, uppercut, I'm throwing a high knee at an Archon to knock them on their butt and just skick-a-doo-doosh, right? For fun. This is what happens. If you practice that in a video game over and over and over again, here's the issue. You're using your hands and your thumbs. You're not using the avatar to do the motion. You're going A-A-B-A. Well, what's A-A-B-A? What's that going to do for you when you actually are dealing with the real situation? I'm expressing to you guys this because I want you to understand you are in the ultimate avatar suit. You are the hue of manifestation. So this stuff that these guys are trying to create is for a lot of things out there that took certain things out there, that want to talk to certain things in the 5G network out there, that I just want to express to you that's not the way we want to go with our evolution. Okay, I want to have fun and absolutely hang out with my family, online and do all this stuff. But I'm here to tell you, I have seen what that looks like when you have someone who thinks they're very good at an AI artificial thing. You take them and put them in a real situation and they're drowning. You're the best surfer in Kelly Slater surfer video game on earth. He's the #1 Xbox guy. I go, are you a good surfer? You go, yeah, man, I'm like platinum. I'm ranked platinum on the boards. Let's go surfing. We get to the water, we get to the beach.
Disaster.
I go, hey, well, what are you doing? You go, I'm like, put your leash on. He's like, well, I've never actually really surfed before. I was like, well, you said you were the best on the planet. Oh, I didn't mean in the human suit? The reason why you incarnated, your soul, never get those circuits crossed. There's a huge difference with that.
And the thing with the AI, on the surface, they make it sound really great. Oh yes, you can reprogram this, you can reprogram that. It's nothing compared to the power of your soul.
Yep.
Your soul can reprogram you into infinite dimensions,
yes,
where you're locked in a tiny little bandwidth when it comes to AI. So never go that route.
Hey, if guys want to create a little nerd AI world where they can actually do 50 push-ups, or running at 6 miles an hour is impressive. I don't know. What I'm trying to express is, don't let your kids play in the AI world longer than they are outside enjoying nature, fauna, running on the beach, getting barreled, getting pounded by nature and bounced off the bottom. That's what the human experience is.
And that's pure joy.
Riding a horse at full speed. I don't know if you guys know this. The horse gate turns into glass.
Yeah.
If you guys have only been on a trail horse, you actually don't know what it feels like to run full speed on a horse. Full speed on a horse, it's glass.
It's a spiritual experience.
It's a spiritual where you are one with your steed. And you can never get that soul connection. It's almost like an avatar, right? When the guy hooks up to the dragon and they become one. What I'm trying to say is becoming one with another soul energy. Becoming one with someone who's going through the same pains, trials, tribulations, has the same issues you do, the same emotion. Becoming one and becoming stronger because of it, man, I can't tell you. I can tell you right now, back in the day when, in past lives when I was a warrior, my horse was so important to me because do you know how many times you get hit in war if you guys never been on a battlefield before? My horses drag me off battlefields when I get knocked unconscious and I'm tied to the horse, and it's the one that gets me out. Not my friends, not my comrades, my horse. I'm trying to express, it's something that, it's a bond that you have with another life form, and you guys are like sharing this experience. If you die, we both die. There's something about us as a family. We're all in together. We will be successful together. And I'm here to tell you, some of you guys are light warriors out there, and we're in our front line, my ground crew on this planet. Hey, check this out. We're ground crew for a reason. Okay? You're here for a reason. And let me tell you something. a lot of this stuff that's artificial, we will run right through these artificial walls. It's like the prison's in your mind. All of a sudden, you just need one person to go, you know what? I'm going through the barrier in Antarctica. You can't get through. I'm like, that's highly debatable. Can I have one of those laser cannons they have when they're cutting holes in the mountain? Hey, Bus, can I get one of the, hey, DARPA, can I get one of those cobalt laser things? Yeah, I'm going to go right through the ice shelf. Well, what's on the other side? I don't know, but I'm going to cut a hole big enough I can fly a 747 through it. Okay. Why are we scared of the boundaries of this world? You got, you know what I'm saying? They want to create another world within a world to keep you trapped in a smaller world. I'm here, I want to go through some of these barriers in this plane of existence, in this dimensional plane. Go through this stuff. So I'm just trying to express with some of the stuff out there, I like to change your frequency on what's possible. And I want you to change the frequency because here's the thing, the controlling mechanisms can only confine you if you're on the grid, in their cities, within your Wi-Fi range, within the electrical smog grid, underneath the chemtrail. You guys go outside of these places, they have zero influence on you.
And that's a reason why a lot of souls are actually feeling pulled towards nature.
Yeah.
It's intuitive in nature that you're actually feeling, okay, I got to get out of that busy, thick energy, and you're being called to nature. And back to the original point of DNA,
right.
It's hooked into nature. It's an integral part. The sun is playing an integral part. The earth is ascending, connected to that energy. It's already a step ahead. And so when you anchor into that, it's actually helping raise your frequency.
Yes.
That's why you feel so much joy when you're out in nature.
Absolutely. And the thing is, look, everyone in these certain organizations knew these days would come. They knew that there were star beings incarnated. They knew that there were light beings incarnated. They knew that Kachinas and the old ascended masters were incarnated. They're not dumb. They've been doing this control program for 2,000 years. They knew we would come back. My expression to you is this. In returning into your true form, what changes are you going to make within thyself, to make this transition that much easier, not only for yourself, but everyone around you? Everyone you come in contact with, everyone who bounces into your energy, are you improving their life or taking something away? Those of us who are here with that soul purpose, that soul activation, we are only here to help you, and we have our own decrees and protection for being here. We were meant to be here. We were scheduled to be here. We didn't take over the lower dimensions 10, 20, 30,000 years ago and blow the gates with some weird AI control program functionality, not to, push too many buttons on some of these species. But what I can say is this, after that time has come and passed, because we are at that precipice of the next, what I can say is many things were gained, and many of those beings that thought they were just one way have learned to be a better way, a more balanced way. Not everything is all negative and not everything is all positive. I can literally feel within myself, my soul has grown in this incarnation. I know your souls have grown compared to past lives. Oh my God. So talk about some of the ways in which in this incarnation you have recognized things and grown from it in a different way.
Well, yeah, I came into this body very, very angry, and that was one of my initial early things, was to get that out of my system, graduate past that point of anger, which culminated over many lifetimes prior to this one. And so part of my early evolution was to transcend that anger, let that go, become more peaceful, and then from that point extend that peace out into the world. One of the things that Ryan was just referring to is that many of us came down here because we heard a call, literally from beings down here that had been trapped, imprisoned, and were wanting to be free again. And so that was one of the reasons that we dropped in here, was to answer that clarion call from across the universe. And that is our primary purpose. I told Ryan, my purpose is so simple to me, it's so direct.
Yes.
Number one is the evolution of my soul, my ascension, to graduate from this. But the secondary and equally important is to help as many other souls do the exact same thing along with me. That's why I incarnated, that's why I'm here, is to literally help as many souls as I can be free and to reach that next level. because we all rise together.
Absolutely. And, you know, we are that 100th monkey effect,
Yes.
you know, and let me tell you guys something. I see you guys in the astral planes. I see you guys in dream time. You guys are up leveling like crazy. I'm seeing more and more superheroes popping up out of the woodwork, you know, and you guys are really, you know, I don't know. I'm just super impressed. And it's nice to actually see your fellow beings of awesomeness. Like, imagine like 144,000 of us jump off a spaceship and incarnate, right? Let's just say 144 million. I like that better than 144 million, right? Imagine you like your closest brothers, friends, sisters, girlfriends, boyfriends, fathers, mothers. You just don't see them for like 20 years, 30 years, and all of a sudden, boom, they're coming up online, and you're remembering, oh yeah, we're on Earth, let's get it. You never know when your timeline is going to mesh specifically with the rest of your family. So what I say for everyone is hold space. Hold love in your heart, not fear. Hold compassion in your heart, and say, you know, when you're speaking to people, simply be like, you know, I practice all the time. And I usually am talking to beings, you know, night side sometimes, and these higher level conglomerate guys, right? Let's just say, I'm not going to give too much. But what I can say is that when I'm having dissertations, you can out logic anyone if the answer is going to be harmony. Express how this, and this equals to more harmony on planet. Explain to me how hiding this, and this has helped humanity. What you'll find is that all of a sudden that circle of those with an agenda gets very, 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 very small. And then you're simply dealing with a bunch of puppets on strings from a certain agenda that is already being removed from this solar system, but served its purpose. Now look, I'm not trying to push any polarity into the gutter. We have different polarities bounce into us to teach us certain things. The only difference with us in this collective consciousness and us right now in the present moment that I would like you to understand is just because you were meant to be a certain way, maybe in the past 10 lives, you always ended it in the same polarity. My expression to you is this. You have the opportunity to grow and evolve at any time you feel like it. At any point in time, you can make a different decision. At any point in time, with your own free will and sovereignty, you can choose a different path. You are not stuck on these paths based upon fake, fabricated things that are made up to control you. Some of these draconian contracts. You can also say, well, if you wrote this contract, let's just be honest with you, as a little attorney upstairs, let me explain something to you. You guys are seeing that contract from this POV, us, and what you signed. What you're not seeing is the contract they signed to actually be allowed to be here, to actually give that contract to you. You ever think about that? You signed a 20, 30-year contract. What you don't understand is maybe in 1996 or 2006 or 2008, they actually lost the ability to enforce that specific agreement against you.
And you can revoke that.
And you can revoke that as of right now. What I'm trying to get is the higher echelon and everything are already in agreement how this planet is going to be moved into freedom, abundance, and sovereignty. My expression to you is that if you guys have been told or taught a certain way your whole life, especially some of these groups, I'm expressing this to you that have you actually ever asked your highest light if there is a way to revoke this agreement fully based upon a falsity of logic that was set through the accordance in the accords of some of the agreements that actually deal with the entire planet in the solar system? Because I can express something to you. There are certain laws on this planet and in this solar system that is not law outside of this place. You know,
yeah, and you know, the law of free will trumps all.
Yeah.
And to add to what he was saying about soul contracts, I've caught.
Grab the cards.
Okay, I've caught these guys actually in the process of trying to get me to sign things, and at times they catch me in less than full awareness, and that is one way that I actually come back and revoke that contract later on. Is I'll say, okay, when I signed that agreement, was I in 100% full awareness? Because what these guys do, it's kind of sneaky at times. They will catch you as you're in that twilight state of being asleep and awake, where you're still sort of groggy, and they'll give you all this fluffy language to say, oh, if you just sign this, we'll let you do this and this and this. And at the time, you're suggestible because you're almost in a trance-like state. So later on, if you come back and you look at that and go, why would I agree to that? And then you ask, okay, was I under 100% full awareness when I signed that? If they cannot say, yes, you were, if they actually say, no, we're not sure about that, you could actually say, I revoke it from that point. You ask me that when I'm 100% aware, I would tell you no. And so I'm telling you now, that's void. It's done.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, guess what time it is? It's time for cards.
Right.
All right. We got Star Dragons and we got the Zodiac Oracle. All right. So, I'll pull the cards, but you can cut the deck. How does that sound? All right. Let's start first with, I got it open, the Oracle. So, all right, you mix those up. Bang. All we're trying to say is that anything that can be broken can be healed. Anything that has happened, good, bad, or indifferent, and I know, listen, there's a lot of really insane polarities in belief systems banging into us down here, okay? And I understand that it makes many of us very, very angry when anyone messes with innocence, and we get that. What I'm also here to express is that once you're in this game, the cause and effect function of this reality is such that if Galactic Seeders are in this game and listening to me oscillate my vocal cords and express to you how this game has been misinterpreted and the light has been specifically focused and distorted on purpose, I can express to you there is no place in this universe you can hide from these types of beings. Nowhere.
That's right.
Me and my brother here, some of our aspects come from a different universe.
That's right.
So, as you guys begin to really dive deep into who you are and why you're here, I'm here to remind you that having lessons is awesome. Putting on every different type of pair of shoes you have in your closet throughout different lives and wearing every different avatar and character, one life you were a villain, now you're the hero, whatever it may be for you. My expression is that never lose focus of who you are and what you're trying to learn over being completely mind-wiped, brainwashed in a place that knows how beautiful, bountiful, powerful, and abundant your soul truly is, us light beings. And in being us, all they can do is try to emulate or harness our own life force we get from our source, right? So you never give all, you never just go, Jesus, take the wheel. Yeshua, take the wheel. You got to keep one hand on the wheel and go, yeah, I'm not doing that. Or, yeah, I don't believe that little saucy jester weirdo. That's going to be fun downstairs to play with that guy. There's a lot of things that we're here observing. I'm here to express that this game is very, very small. Planet Earth is very, very, very small. Specifically, if you think about how there's different sectors of this planet, right? We're in the central core, like in this little barrier. There are greater games in this platform in 3D. So just understand that within these boundaries, we're all being asked to be more harmonious. We're all being asked to get along. We're all being asked to come from our hearts and balance a planet above and below ground. If you guys stay in that simple place, I know it's difficult with all this distraction. They're forcing us. They're making us do this. They're locking us in our houses. I'm talking to the whole planet right now. In your soul, though, never give in. Never give in. Because at the end of the day, all of those that force you to do these things, especially people just collecting a check, they're going to have to deal with that karma. You're not going to have to.
That's right.
Just mark my words. They're all going to feel like they've been duped, and it's going to go on for quite some time. Mark my words. Okay? And when that comes out, there's going to be a lot of hard pills to swallow. Don't be in that situation. Open your heart up, stay high vibe, and trust that the universe has the best plan for you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Boom. All right, here we go. Barbara. All right. Little card for all my starseeds, angelics, galactics, little azurites down here. Pop them packs. All my bird tribe, all my Lyrans, all my dragons, all my cool Anunnaki. Some of those guys, shoot them back, you know, to where they. I'm just. All right, the 25% that actually do their job is. Hey, the 25% of the Anunnaki that actually are good parents, I love you. Okay. The rest maybe you need to send back to kindergarten and learn how to have kids, okay? All right, here we go. I'm very proud of my 8D, just to let you know, but I do have to joke because a lot of us are still going through that light night test, and you will be tested and tempted. So try not to do that, especially on All Hallows Eve, all right? A lot of temptation popping off right now. All right, boom. Star for all my homes. For the week to come. Earth. Hey, Earth.
Connecting to
Earth. Remember that we're on Earth together. We are all children of Earth. Remember that. No matter what country you're listening to, you know, me from. And with that, let's go ahead and punch in what country, which territory, where you guys are watching us from on Earth. We are in Sedona, Arizona. Go ahead and punch in and show all the new people and all the moderators, whole planet. Show us our strength. Show our strength to the world in knowing that we want a better place of peace, abundance, and prosperity for all beings on this planet, no matter who you are. Show the whole planet where you're punching in from.
It's long overdue.
It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey, man.
We're almost there. Almost.
And I'm sorry to make so much fun of DARPA. I just feel like you guys got bamboozled by a couple shapeshifters, and now we're all paying the price for it. I don't know. Here's the thing. Like when I talk about some of these agencies and stuff, I feel like I'm late, and I almost feel like, hey, you just should have called me and brought me into the boardroom and had me scan the dude, and we wouldn't have signed that agreement. Like I feel like.
But some of those dudes are coming back online.
I know. Yeah. I feel like. Some of our true skill sets that are like those hiding up in the mountains, these guys in the military and some of these three-legged agencies, they think that they're the smartest beings or the most aware beings on the planet. I'm sorry, not even close. My expression to you is I wish we could help everyone more. That's all. That's why I kind of lean against those things. It's because I wish I could help and actually make a faster path towards abundance for everybody, not all this cloak and dagger, you know,
using it to control
skull and crossbones. I mean, what are we? 15th century Italy? Like, I don't care.
We're graduating past that.
You know, the first 32 popes were all the first 32 popes at the Vatican were all whacked. That's how. So, if you want to talk about an organization you don't want to follow, yikes. Look it up. The first 32 popes were all removed by assassination. And I'm the Pope. Oh, no, I'm the Pope. Oh, no, I'm the Pope. The first 30 guys.
Definitely
wow,
don't want to be following
look that up. Yeah. And why does the main prayer area in the Vatican look like a Cobra Kai head? Can somebody explain this to me? Anyways, we all love our dragons. I'm not a fan of Geico, but I love my dragons. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. You know, some of the hybrids got a little too crazy down here. To be perfectly honest.
Our light dragons.
Hey, look, a couple incarnations in the Orion mines and Gatoosh, man. That'll humble you up, boy. Oh, you've never been to the mining colonies in Orion? Yeah, send them all. Yeah, I'll pick them up. I'll be like their school bus driver. Where are we going?
Dropping off
Where
here.
are we going? I thought I was going to the underworld. I'm like, no, we're going to the mining colonies in Orion. I got you for 100 years. Don't worry, I'll pick you up in 100 years. See
so much worse.
Oh my God. You guys think Egypt was a shit show. Wow. There's places there where the sun never shines. Anyways, moving on.
All right.
Don't show our age.
High vibe.
High vibe. For all my fellow dragons out there. All right. Yes. What are some awesome things to pay attention for all my starseeds, galactics, angelics, dragons to pay attention for this week coming up? All right. What do we got? Boom. I love you too. Some of my humor is like real. It's like actually not joking, and they're like, "That is hilarious." I'm like, I don't even think they get how funny that is. They have no idea. I'm like, "Oh, you ever been to the colonies on I don't want to be there."
It's an experience.
You know what? You know the closest thing I could think about it is remember that movie with Vin Diesel, where
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black. Part 2, when he's on that prison planet,
Yes.
that's pretty close.
Oh my god.
That's pretty close, but you actually have to work, not just sit in
like
a cell all day.
hopping over,
it's
like-
like you're mining and working, and then and then you're in that place. That's pretty close.
Next level.
Yeah, you don't want to be there. Giving yourself a second chance, rebirth. Wow. Giving yourself a second chance, rebirth. All right, it's all from my fellow angelic starseeds, dragons out there, cosmic dragons. Hey, listen, rebirth. Rebuild yourself, okay? Come from your heart. Take all of this pain and transmute it. Take all this fear and transmute it and make yourself that much stronger because of it, okay? Wisdom, ladies and gentlemen, wisdom. All right. And Earth. You want to read what the Earth card means? You want to do that? That'd be cool. They want to know. It's an oracle deck, so I would like to know what Earth is. What number was that? Earth. 26. Terra. Is that Earth? Yeah, Terra.
26, yeah.
But, is that Spanish?
I'm not going to do too well
Whoa,
with that.
hey! Let's do English. Look, he's Earth right there.
Stable, secure, and abundant.
Mm-hmm.
The energy of Earth nurtures life and promotes long, leisurely pleasures. The things we need, the things we value are expressed here. The acquiring and distribution of resources is at the center of Earth energy. That's exactly what you were
That's
just talking
exactly-
about.
yes.
Bring the quality of Earth to a situation through generosity of your material goods,
Yes.
resources, and time.
Yes.
The Earth is slow and sure, so take an unhurried, calm approach and avoid sudden or expected actions. Create a calm place in the center of chaotic energy, which he also just talked about.
Hey!
You already knew that. You already
Hey,
knew
I'm
that.
just the messenger. You know that. I'm like, well, hey. And you guys, we love you, ladies and gentlemen across planet Earth. We are here. We support you. We are Team Light. It's been an absolute pleasure to be with you guys here today. We're here to brighten your spirits. You guys have a very happy and blessed, happy Halloween. Okay, and for all my fellow Latinos, those in South America, happy Day of the Dead. Yeah, I think it's on the 3rd. But we just want you guys to know that respect yourself, respect this planet. They're going to throw a big distraction curveball at you. Turn the news off. I'm telling you right now, it's coming from right now to the next month or two. There's going to be something weird.
Center into
Boom.
your soul. That's
Center into your soul. And like I say, it's a distraction level 10 coming your way.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. We love you guys. Anything you guys want, check out store.teamlight.com. And yes, the new hoodies are in. And the Lightmare is real.
Dope.
All right. All right, let's say goodbye here. All right. All right, Grow, saying goodbye. Love you guys. Sending love and appreciation from Sedona. Have a blessed week. Rebirth. This is the week of rebirth. Peace.